solve these crimes.
Neama, what's your take in terms of on the surface? We don't have all the facts, but yeah, there's two deputies there with him there when, in this police body cam video when he apparently performed a cavity search looking for drugs.
Ted, respectfully, I gotta disagree with Jennifer. I gotta agree with Brian on this one. I've seen enough evidence. I've seen the video. I mean, there's absolutely no excuse for not only Wilkie, who has caused problems, killed someone in neighboring Reed County, now has come over to Hamilton, where there's at least 11 victims, at least, that have come forward and filed suit. So both Wilkie, deputies that have participated in this or watched him do it, the sheriff's department, they're 100% responsible. I know there's some missing video, but I think we've all seen enough. We all know what's happened here. And I'm glad that these attorneys are pushing forward aggressively with these civil suits because, frankly, law enforcement hasn't done their job for quite some time out there in Hamilton. And I feel sorry for the folks that have to deal with this type of oppression on the part of their law enforcement.
Jennifer, this is kind of a difficult time for our country because of all of the cases that have come up, and difficult time for police officers in police departments that are under scrutiny. But when you have a case like this, and you have like the Breonna Taylor case, video missing here, reports left blank in the Breonna Taylor case, cops covering for cops when something is going wrong. When we come out of this, do you think that police departments across this country are going to take stock, that the leaders are going to realize, hey, we have to make sure we make some changes? Because with body cameras and aggressive, as Neama said, aggressive civil suits coming, you can't get away with it.
You're exactly right. And one thing that is always concerning is that with these videos, the answer to the question isn't always, well, they're there or they're not there. There's often a kind of a line, all of a sudden we're told they're not there, and then we look a little bit more and they are there. And that's something that the attorneys here are just going to have to be very meticulous and looking wherever they can, and maybe not taking the first answer of, well, you know what, we don't have this, or we're not sure where this is, because when there's a will, there's a way, and sometimes things get found that are lost.
Brian, are things getting better?
It depends on where you look and how you're looking. Overall, yes, they're getting much better. But one of the things that people really fail to understand is that this happens before it happens. There is a consciousness that develops within an officer's mind very early after he gets out of the academy as to what he can get away with and what he can't get away with. And this type of behavior that we saw on that screen, this is not the first time something like this has happened. He has the moral authority to take these unconstitutional actions because there has been a tacit acceptance for probably decades of that type of behavior within the department. So we'd like to believe that there are only bad eggs, and we'd like to believe that they're bad apples, and that most of the officers are doing the right thing. But when we see something like this, we have to question as to whether or not there is a culture within the department that's motivating this kind of thing.
Absolutely. All right, this is a case we are watching here at Court TV, and when it does go to